Hey guys, what's up? You're watching Up and Adam. My name's Adam Noel. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm the guy bringing you guys all the weekly interviews and recaps from your favorite celebrities and pop culture influencers. Now, today's no different. Today, we're back to talk about the Real Housewives of New York, who Ebony thinks is to blame for the low ratings, and what the hell are they talking about when they're talking about this permanent hiatus for the franchise? This came from Radar Online, but we're about to do a deep dive into all of it. Guys, if you haven't, go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. Now with that, hit that intro.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
Now, obviously, we all know that, it's not a secret, that The Real Housewives of New York Season 13 is experiencing the lowest ratings ever. Everyone's been casting blame all over the place. We've heard it's because of COVID. We've heard it's because of only 5 cast members. We've heard it's because there's a lot of politics involved going on. We've heard a lot of different reasons as to why this would not be a great season. But as for why, in Ebony's opinion, well, she said this. From my experience in television, any expectation to carry ratings, that would normally go to the veteran talent. So I think it's nonsense to correlate the ratings performance of a 13-year franchise to the freshmen on the season. She said, I just don't buy it. Do you guys buy that? Actually, I usually don't ask questions at the beginning, but do you guys buy what Ebony's saying? Do you feel like it's really the veterans' job to carry the show? Or no, because you're a part of the show as well. I'm sure you've seen the show. You've had to have watched The Real Housewives of New York at some point. We've talked about this. It's like doing your homework before you take a test. If you're going to sign up for a job, you have to know what that job entails. So is Ebony right or wrong? But hold on, wait, there's more. From what we're hearing, there's still no confirmed date as to when they will be shooting the Real Housewives of New York reunion. At first, we heard it was going to happen August 5th. Well, that passed. And then also we heard that it was going to happen in September, but now they're saying that that's probably not going to happen either. We all wanted to know, we still want to know what's going on with the reunion. Why do we have no confirmed date yet? And who's to blame for this? Is it production? We've also heard Ramona didn't want to come on the show at the reunion and talk about certain topics, and she didn't want to look like a bigot. We've heard that, but then she went on Watch What Happens Live and she put a squash to those rumors. Andy Cohen had her on and asked her, and she said, absolutely not. If I have a job and a job obligation, I will fulfill that job obligation. I'm not going to, not show up because someone's going to make me look like a bigot, which is kind of interesting. I don't know. I'm sure you guys have your opinions about that. But hold on, it keeps going. From what we're hearing, a source told Radar Online, not only is there no confirmed date for the reunion, but there's no confirmed date to start shooting for season 14. And apparently there's been conversations and talks about putting the show on a permanent hiatus. We can't do that. Just because of one bad season, you guys want to just take the show, trash it, put it in the garbage can? There's no way that Andy Cohen is going to let Real Housewives of New York take a permanent hiatus. Sure, they might do the same thing that they did with Orange County, where they took some time off, took extra time to focus on casting to make sure that they got it right. They're doing the same thing with Atlanta, but I couldn't see them putting the show on a permanent hiatus and just taking it off air for good. I don't see that happening. Do you guys? However, we do have to remember that, Bravo has put a stop to a few shows in the past. They took Real Housewives of Miami off air, but Real Housewives of Miami didn't last 13 seasons. I believe they lasted 3. And they also took the People's Couch off the air. Okay. From what we're hearing, though, it's being said that this decision no longer lies in the hands of Bravo. This decision is being shot up all the way up the ladder to the executives at NBC. It's now in the boss's hands because there's been so many accusations of racism. They just apparently lost the right to make this decision. And now the big dogs are going to make it for them. Oof. From what we're hearing, the gear is that the show is just too controversial right now. So they're taking it off air until things cool off, because the last thing that they want to do is have this show, The Real Housewives of New York, poison all of the franchises. That's what was said in this article. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm just concerned moving forward what this looks like for The Real Housewives of New York and the rest of the franchises. I feel like this would be absolutely horrible. And I have seen a lot of comments where people are blaming Ebony K. Williams for the demise of the show. Now I can see where she's coming from, because she's like, don't put that on me. It's not my fault. These are conversations. This is my life's work. I came to talk about, you know, what's going on in the world, the movement, politics. Like, this is what I do. This is what they brought me on the show for. And I was just doing my job. I can understand where she's coming from. And I don't think it's fair to put all of the blame on Ebony. I feel like when she says the veterans should have, you know, part and most of the responsibility, I don't know if they should have most of the responsibility, but I think that they really didn't bring much this season either. Think about it. Let's just really talk about it for a second. You can tell LUANN has been a lot more quiet because it seems like she doesn't want to get in trouble with her mouth. And really what she's bringing is Garth, which that relationship didn't even last halfway through the season, and then a Christmas song. So is that exciting? And then we have Ramona Singer walking away from every conversation when it comes to the election, to also when it comes to Black Lives Matter. She's just not, I don't know if she's not interested or she's not willing. She doesn't want to participate in these conversations, and she doesn't have a main storyline. And then Sonia Morgan, we know that her line, Sonia by Sonia Morgan, was taken out of Century 21 after they went bankrupt, and she's been drinking. But is that any different than what we've seen before? I don't think so. And then we have Leah McSweeney. Leah McSweeney converting to Judaism. This is why we don't have a huge show. This is why they should have never put Dorinda Medley on standby. This is not an Ebony problem, in my opinion. This is a casting problem. You can't run a show with 5 women. We need the rest of the talent on the show in order to help carry the show. Hopefully, moving forward, like I said, this is, now I'm getting a little frustrated about it, but like I said, the same way they did this with the Real Housewives of Atlanta, they're taking time off to recast. Same way they did it with Orange County. Look at Orange County now, just to be fair. Last season, season 15, was terrible. This season, they dropped 3 of the housewives, Kelly Dodd, Elizabeth Lynn Vargas, and Bronwyn Wyndham Burke. And then they added back Heather Dubrow, also Tamra Judge is filming as a friend of, and they brought in 3 new women. One of those women, Noella Bergner, was a friend of Bronwyn's. She's going to be talking about that, and Bronwyn's not going to be there to defend herself. So I'm sure people are going to be interested because we're only really hearing it from one mouth. And as soon as she started filming, her husband was slammed with almost $6 million in back taxes. Now she's getting a divorce. This is all playing out on camera. And as much as we hate to see the demise, the fall of a housewife or the relationship, at the end of the day, people do tune in for scandals. Look at the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and look how excited people are to watch what's going on with Jen Shah on Salt Lake City. It makes sense. It's shitty, but it makes sense. All right, guys, with that, I have a lot of questions to which I need a lot of answers. Who do you think's at fault for the Real Housewives of New York ratings dropping? What do you think about them talking about this alleged hiatus that they might put the show on? And how do you feel about the reunion still not having a date confirmed as to when they're going to actually film it? I don't know what's going on, but it seems like there's a lot of decisions that need to be made at NBC and in the Bravo world. And I just can't wait to be on the side and hear exactly what those decisions are. If you haven't already, again, go ahead, shoot me a comment. And before you go, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell. Because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. With that, we'll see you next time. And guys, don't forget to tune in today at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and also, which is 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's not Bravo related, but we will be talking about 90 Day Fiancé, the reunion that has gone wild. Tune in, join the conversation, call in. We invite you to. I'm excited, and I will see you guys then. Bye, guys.